spends time together, learning rules for emergency situations with the help of experts. Join the game. All right, it's my turn. And this is an air raid alarm. Everyone to the shelter. I'm grabbing my emergency bag. As we agreed, if we're not together and cannot communicate, where do we meet? At the shelter of our school. Ukrainians have already gotten used to living under wartime conditions, but it's important to remember that ignoring an air raid alarm signal is absolutely unacceptable. If you hear this signal, you must immediately head to a shelter. Most likely, you already know where the nearest shelter to your home or workplace is located. However, remember that not all basements in panel residential buildings qualify as shelters. To check this, open the Diia.Application. Go to the Invincibility section and see where the nearest shelter to you is. What if you don't have time to get to the shelter? Then you need to follow the 2 walls rule. I'm ready. What's the 2 walls rule? It's a tip for what to do if you're at home during an alarm. But you should run to the shelter. If you don't have time to reach the shelter, use the 2 walls rule. This means there should be at least 2 walls between you and the danger. If the first wall fails, the second one may protect you. But this is only for extreme cases. So, what happened? You upset the child. Stop it. Rescuers will quickly arrive to help. Better yet, let's think about what signal to give if you find yourself under rubble. If possible, call 101. Exactly. And if you're trapped under rubble, make as much noise as you can, shout, and signal in any way possible. Nowadays, people often carry a whistle, like a keychain during wartime. If you're trapped under rubble, whistle. But I'm not sure. It might be really loud there. How will they hear you? True, it might be very loud at the site. That's why rescuers occasionally organize moments of silence, halting their work. During this time, you need to shout loudly or signal in any way you can that you're under the rubble. There are many ways to do this. Rescuers might hear sounds like this during the rubble clearance. During these moments, you can shout loudly, whistle, or use a flashlight to signal your location. But remember not to make sudden movements that might worsen the situation. It's crucial not to use matches or lighters to illuminate your surroundings. Gas in the air could cause an explosion. The key is to remain calm and reassure those nearby. Rescuers will save you, but it takes time. If small objects are pinning you down, try not to disturb what everything is resting on. First, look around and assess the situation. If there's a structure, slab, or beam with additional construction materials nearby, avoid touching it to prevent it from collapsing on you. I'm still scared. Honey, being afraid is normal. The main thing is to stay calm. Let's recall the exercises we know to relax. Show me. Deep breathing. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Rub the tip of the nose. Gently press on your eyeballs. Oh, that's funny. I'll do that too. You can also count. Once everyone is calm, assess your physical condition. How do we do that? If you're under rubble, as they say, haste slowly. Assess the situation, look at what's around you, and see if there are other people nearby. Understand what's pinning you down. First, move your hands, then your legs. If you can escape, do so. But if you can't, stay as you are. Don't try to clear the rubble yourself. Instead, help yourself by relaxing or tensing your muscles, making minimal movements or massaging areas you can reach. This can restore blood flow to the affected areas. Continue monitoring your condition. Stay calm and call for help during the moments of silence. But once again, at the first air raid signal, head to the shelters. I was thinking, what should you do when there's no time to respond to the alarm? For example, in areas of constant shelling or near the front line. The best option for civilians is to evacuate far from the front line. Yes, evacuation is preferable. But if your house is in an area of constant shelling, you should block the windows with sandbags or furniture to prevent glass shards from spreading. If you're inside a building during small arms fire or shelling, drop to the floor and crawl to the safest part of the building. Here too, the two walls rule applies. In open areas, the same rules apply. If shooting or shelling begins, immediately drop to the ground and cover your head with your hands or bag. After the first shell explodes, look for a place to hide, such as a ditch, hole, high curb, sewer, or underpass. Lie on the ground, adopt the fetal position, cover your ears with your hands, and open your mouth wide. This can prevent serious injuries. Don't hide behind kiosks or cars. They are often targeted. Wait until the shooting stops, and no shots are heard for at least 5 minutes. The sense of time may change, so count to 300. 288, 299, 300. All right, it's safe. How do you know? If you haven't heard gunfire, whistling shells, or explosions for a while, the immediate danger is likely past, and you can safely emerge. I don't know about you, but I think we should rewatch this episode to remember it better. I'd rather download and read the materials. So, shall we take a short break and then test our knowledge? Are you with us?